What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope everyone had a blessed weekend, a blessed Monday, into a blessed Tuesday for watching us. Alright, before I get into this review for this week's Monday Night Raw, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. Still at 144 subs, almost at 150, 50 more from there. I'll drop the 5 through 10 favorites of all time video. But until then, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm so far behind, it's not even funny. Alright, especially with these fucking reviews that I'm doing now for you guys. Alright, so I hope you like it. You know what I mean? But we'll start off with the same shit that they always do. You see random ass wrestlers showing up to the building like we're supposed to be hyped. Like, oh man, this is cool shit here, which it isn't. Fucking stupid. You see LeBron Breaker coming through with the look of defeat on his face. You know, you can tell by this look on his face, like, yeah, he's losing. Alright? He's losing that fucking belt. Alright? He's like, I gotta put over this schmuck. Like, yep, yeah, you do. The same way you gotta put over Sammy Foley at Money in the Bank. Right, and I'm gonna make a video around the end of the year of the worst booking decisions of this year, of 2024. Best fucking believe that fucking garbage ass match is gonna be on there. But I digress. Next we see mid-event Jey Uso coming into the building, locked in, ready to go. He ain't playing. He's ready to win his first singles title since he's been here for what? 14 years, they say. My goodness. Next, we see my nigga Drew back coming through. And I'll say this right now. If he has to put over CM Punk at Bad Blood, best believe I'm doing a video dedicated to Drew McIntyre. Alright? And how much they mishandled this man since he's been back. Like what, back since fucking 2018 until around that time frame, 2017, 2018, around that range. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video. Alright. If that happens. Moving on. Now, this is the coolest shit that happened. Alright, now if they did more shit like this, then I'll be like, okay, this is cool. Alright, like, yeah, this is cool right here. You got Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan in the lowrider. Alright, like, this is, like, why the fuck haven't they not been doing this? Alright? It's like, hell, you can even use the same fucking lowrider each show because that's how cheap they are. You know, this is something Dominic should have been doing. Alright? This was cool. But when they're walking into the building, they see there was a Braun and the top dog, Big Bronson Reed, still fighting. They fight and then they crash into where all the merch is at, and security comes, breaks them up. You know, Dom and Liv are like, okay, they ain't got shit to do with me, so we keep on moving. And then we get a promo from Liv and Dominic. Alright, Liv was just talking shit to the fans up in there in Canada. You know, Dominic was flexing. Fast forward, we see Rhea comes out, crown chants mommy for a woman that's not even their mom. Still fucking weird. And I do like how Liv told him to shut up. I appreciate that. I laugh at that because thank you. Like, tell these grown ass people to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Alright, that's not your mom. It's weird. I always found that shit to be weird, you know what I mean? But yeah, Rhea basically says that Dominic is gonna be banned from ringside at Bad Blood. And then she headbutts Liv Morgan, and then that's it. Alright, like, I'm ready for this shit to be over. That's why I just blitzed through that fucking promo segment, because I don't fucking care at this point, man. I'm like, either fucking Rhea gets her title back that she never lost, or Liv retains and she can move on to a different fucking opponent. Alright, because that's the only real criticism I have for this fucking feud, is that how no one else wants to challenge Liv for her title. You know what I mean? Like, no one cares. And neither do I. So let's move on. And just want to think things gonna get worse. We get Sammy Foley coming out for his match against Ludwig Kaiser. And I gotta tell you right now, I don't give two fucks about this match. Mainly because of Sammy. Like, I'm good on Sammy, man. I really am. Like I said last week, like, he needs to go and see Lexus King's barber. That's what the fuck he needs to do, man. Fucking trim that shit, man. Looks like a complete fucking bum. Like, he looks like he goes dumpster diving in his free time. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do with this guy. So, and I'll say this real quick. When Kaiser does that running shotgun drop kick to the steel steps, that move should be protected. To be treated the same in a similar fashion to Randy Orton's punk kick. You know what I mean? Like, how does that not finish the match? I don't understand. We're gonna fast forward. Sammy hits the haluva kick for the 1-2-3. Haha, Sammy wins. Go figure. But after the fact, it's the best shit that happened here. Alright, we see the ring general. Gunther comes out. And he was like, oh, you want to do this, Sammy? You want to do this here in Ontario, Canada? And the crowd's cheering like, yeah. Sammy, my answer to your challenge is still no. I'm sorry. It's the way he says it, man. It's hilarious, and the fact that he say no to fucking Sammy makes it even better. I don't want to see this version of Sammy be a world champion. I hope the ring general fucking squashes this dude, fucking clotheslines him, but hits a shitty power bomb, puts his ass to sleep, pack his ass up, send him to the back of the fucking line. That's what the fuck he needs to go. Now send his ass to Lexus King's barbershop. That's where the fuck he needs to go, man. So, we move on. Next, we see the New Day. Backstage, we see Coffee talking to Xavier. He's like, look, I got the Bootios back. I got Francesca the trombone. And I got this big-ass donut for no reason. So, why don't we bring this all back out and go out there and win ourselves those tag team titles? Now, before I continue, like, look at this picture right here. Alright, you see these Bootios. You see the trombone. See the donut we can't see in this picture, but this is the reason. But I'm not kidding when I say this. This is the fucking reason why Kofi Kingston got squashed by Brock Lesnar. How the fuck can you take this group seriously doing this goofy ass shit? Alright? This is the reason why I want Xavier to turn heel. Right here. Fucking Bootios. My goodness. Xavier says, miss me with that shit. Next, we see American Made. They show up. Chad was like telling the Creed brothers, like, look at these two jobbers. Alright? This is exactly what you don't want to do. Alright? You don't want to look like these dudes who are fucking out here playing fucking High School Musical, eating donuts, and playing their little video games. And then, Brutus was like, he had this most retarded laugh. He goes like, nerds. And like, Chad was like, stop. Don't ever do that again. Okay? Xavier says, well, why don't we show American Made what we're made of? And why we are a 12-time former tag team champions. Right? Chad accepts, they move on. And I took this picture right here because I was laughing at Julius. Like, I feel the same way, man. I'm like, hurry up and turn already, man. Whoop his ass like Eddie Guerrero did to Rey Mysterio back in 2005, man. That's what I want to see. Alright? Coffee is gaslighting you. He's projecting onto you. Alright? That's why he tried to bring out this dude with his fucking shitload of fucking pancakes, you know, or flapjacks, whatever you want to call them, wearing the same shirt that Xavier is wearing, which I don't know what that means. Looks like some Gundam shit. I don't fucking know. Alright? That's what I want to see. I want to see Xavier turn heel. Alright? But that's all that happened here, so we move on. And next, we see the Street Trash backstage. Liv tells Carlito and JD to take out the LWO to send a message, not to fuck with Judgment Day. Carlito says, I'm gonna whoop Dragon Lee's ass tonight, and that's cool. Moving on, we see JD confront the Tsar of Raw, Mr. Ilya Dragunov. All right, and Ilya just basically laughs in his face. JD says, "You know, you're lucky that Judgment Day has matches tonight. Otherwise, I'll take your ass out right now." Ilya says, "Oh, that's cute. Well, why don't you get the step in? You know, there you go, step by step. Fuck out of here." All right, that's all that happens here. So we move on. We get the match between Dragon Lee and Carlitos Way. All right, I'm just gonna fast forward to the finish because there's a whole bunch of interference in this fucking match. Why this match ended in the fucking DQ or a no contest, I don't fucking know, man. But Dragon Lee hits the tilt-a-whirl reverse DDT for the 1, 2, 3. And finally, Dragon Lee gets a fucking win on Raw. Like, I can't remember the last time he won a match. You know, so, hey, big ups to Dragon Lee here. That's all really happened, so we move on. Next, we see the non-Killer Cross talking to The Miz for his match against the top dog, Big Bronson Reed. The Miz was like, man, like, what's your angle, man? What the fuck do you want? Cross says, the only thing I want is to see the old Miz back. The Miz that will do whatever it took to win the match. Alright? And don't listen to what Braun Strowman says, because monsters come in all different shapes and sizes. And Miz was like, you're right. Okay, I got this. That's it. And I like this little segment here. Now I like what Cross is doing. Like, essentially he's trying to awaken the dark passengers and these wrestlers. Like, starting with like Xavier, now he's doing this with Miz. Alright? Making these motherfuckers turn heel. I like it. So, we move on. Next, we see a Sheamus backstage. All he really says here was, call him Butch. Call him Butch. And then we hear the piped in chants in the back. He then says, there's nothing more dangerous than an Irishman with a score to settle. So let's not make this an English-Irish thing. But also, let's make this an English-Irish thing. Butch. That's what he said. I'm not making this up. That's literally what he fucking said. So he said it's not about English and Irish, but at the same time it is about being Irish and English. I mean, like, what the fuck was that? But we move on. Next we get the match between The Miz versus the top dog, Big Bronson Reed. And before the match can even happen, we see Braun Strowman coming out of nowhere, does a diving clothesline off the barricade to Bronson Reed. Alright. Then he does a chokeslam to Bronson onto like the ring apron area. Miz confronts Braun. He was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, this is my match. Stay the fuck out of it. Then we see the top dog hitting the tope suicida to both these guys. Alright, Miz is done. He barely even hits him, but he's done. So these guys are fighting in the ring. We see a bunch of securities coming out, and these guys get their asses kicked. Top dog, Big Bronson Reed, does a tsunami on 2 jobbers. Then Braun hits a chokeslam on 2 jobbers. Alright, and it was at this moment right here, and I'm like, oh, these two should be a fucking tag team. I mean, like, they could literally dominate the tag division. Alright, like, how I'll book it, right? You know, you have these two team up, got Braun and Braun, or Braun and Bronson. Okay, and they go up against Judgment Day, they squash them. Alright, and then you have AOP be the ones to take down fucking Braun and Bronson. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? But it ain't gonna happen. Fast forward, they're still trying to fight off the security. They do like a dual clothesline to each other. Fast forward, Braun tries to do a top rope superplex to Bronson Reed, but security breaks him up because Adam Pearce was not having it. He's like, nah. Right, trying to do his job. Finally, or he fails to stop these two every week. You know, that's been a common trend here. All right, man, he fails again this week because we see Braun laying out more of the security guards. He does a running paraslam to someone that looks like Sami Zayn's cousin. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how we end the segment. And we see Adam Jones from Tool out there by ringside, man. I'm like, okay. I just recently got into Tool because for the longest, like, I never really check out their discography. But I'm like, they got some good songs. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so that was cool. Cool to see Adam Jones out there, man. Yeah, we move on. Next, we get a promo from my nigga Drew Mack. He says, all of your family told you not to take this match. Your aunts, your uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your dog Larry, your wife AJ, your sisters, your brothers. They all told you not to take this match. Well, you're not the only one. My wife has been begging me for weeks, months even, to end this because she sees what it's doing to her husband. And I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to this Hell in a Cell match. I've been in far too many, and I have broken things that have yet to be fixed to this day. But I can promise you this, punk, alright, that I will make you bleed, alright? And it's funny how you compare yourself to the devil, because it's always been about good versus evil. You think that you're some godlike figure, but all you are is just a man that I've broken so easily before in the past. And that bad blood, I will break you permanently. And that's all Drew Mack said here, and I hope he's a man of his word and that he takes out CM Punk once and for all. Please, please whoop his ass. I'm like, because he is correct. It's good versus evil. Like how, like you got the crowd cheering for the devil, essentially, man. How satanic is that? Absolutely not. Fuck no. So yeah, Drew needs to win here for God, for the righteous. All right. He has my full support, 110%. All right. But we move on. We see Adam Pearce and Jackie backstage, and Adam says that next week there's gonna be a last monster standing match between Braun Strowman and the top dog, Britt Bronson Reed. And off camera, we hear some ruckus going on. Come to find out, we see YXB Pete Dunne whooping Sheamus's ass with the little cricket bat from like last week. He was like, what the fuck I tell you, man? I'm not Butch. My name is not Butch. You keep my name out your fucking mouth. And then he hits him, and before he hits him in the back, Pierce is like, don't do it. Don't do it. Please stop. Pete Dunne, don't do it. He hits him in the back with the fucking cricket bat, and then security pulls him off as well. I think it was like JB Noble and Daivari. And he was like, keep my name out your mouth. My name is not Butch. I'm not Butch. I'm like, there you go. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's good shit, man. Like, I said this before, all right, when I made that Pete Dunne video. This is the best shit he's done since NXT UK. All right? Like, if you would have asked me, like, last year or, you know, any year before that, I would have easily be like, get rid of Pete Dunne. Get rid of this fucking dude, man. But at least he's trying. You know what I mean? And I can respect that. Like, again, like, he might be my workhorse of the year if he keeps this up. You know what I mean? So yeah, this was great. I love it. This is the shit I like to see. Alright, but we move on. Next, you see the Unholy Union making their entrance with Isla Dawn's fine ass looking sexy as hell as always. She can get it any day of the week. But we go backstage, we see Birth Control talking to the current tag team champions, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, the EST of the WWE. Bianca says, like, yeah, you got lucky last week, but we're gonna run that shit back and it'll be a different story next time. And EO says, yeah, we run back, but next time it won't just be me. It will be for those tag team titles. Jade said something here. I already know what the fuck she was talking about. This basically, she said something about, nah, ain't gonna happen. All right, then Bianca says, like, oh, like, instead of worrying about us, you need to worry about Unholy Union. Because last time I checked, they whooped your ass. So what really happened here, all I know is that Bianca, Io, and Kairi Sane can get it any day of the week. Twice on Sunday. And I'm good on Jade. Alright, I like, it's just too muscular for me. One of my rules is I can't be with a chick that's more jacked than I am. I can't do it. No sir. Nah. Ain't gonna happen. But we get the match between Unholy Union versus Birth Control. So gonna fast forward, the Ontario crowd here was all for Birth Control. Kyrie hits the insane elbow to Alba Fire out there on the outside. And Io hits her clean ass moonsault to Isla Dawn for the 1, 2, 3. Alright, too easy. Birth Control goes over. Moving on, we see LeBron Breaker backstage. And he says, "Do we have any dogs out here in Ontario, Canada?" Alright. And he's like, "Look, Jay," he's like, "there's gonna be a winner and a loser. And you bet your ass that it ain't gonna be me." Like, hey, but don't worry. Alright. You know, like later on down the line, I'll give you a rematch at some point. Because I can tell you right now that I'm gonna be champion for a very long time. No, you're not. No, you're not. That's for damn sure, man. At least not with this Intercontinental Championship, alright? But no, I'll get to that here in a bit. Next, I had to address something that almost made me give this Raw a garbage day out of 10. Alright, and that's recapping the promo between Cody Monet and Roman Reigns on SmackDown. Now, first and foremost, if I want to see SmackDown, I'll tune in on Friday nights. Why the fuck are you recapping shit on SmackDown when we're watching Raw? I don't give two fucks about SmackDown. And why is that? Because you had this cheesy, disingenuous, pretentious mid-carder for life, the stupid neck tattoo who comes out dressed like a televangelist every fucking week as your champion. Makes this shit unwatchable for me and a lot of people. Alright, more and more people are tuning out because this dude fucking sucks. I've been saying this shit since 07, since I first seen this dude tag teaming with "How You Like Me Now?" Mr. Bob Holly, or aka Hardcore Holly. He's a parasite that leeches onto shit that's more popular than him because he can't truly get over on his own. Alright? He did it with Bullet Club. He did it when he came back here with exploiting his father's name constantly, every fucking promo. It's like, we fucking know you're the son of Dusty Rhodes. Alright? And yeah, he tries to make it seem like, oh, I gotta win the title that my father never won. Hey, well, last time I checked, there was 2 world titles at that time when you came back, asshole, but you buried the one that's currently on Raw. Way to go, fucking selfish prick. Yeah, but no one wants to bring that up. That title is beneath them. You gotta be fucking kidding me. A dude that's been Stardust, you're telling me that the World Heavyweight title is beneath Stardust. Get the fuck out of here. He then comes in and leeches his way to this whole bloodline story that had fuck all to do with him. This shit's been going on while his bitch ass was back there in AEW. Alright? The fuck out of here. Yeah, no, absolutely not. I don't want to see this garbage. Alright? And I see people talking about this is fucking cinema. Pure cinema. You're like, you gotta be shitting me. You know what cinema is? I'll tell you what the fuck cinema is. Cinema is No Country for Old Men. Cinema is shit like The Godfather, Scarface, Terminator 2, The Warriors, The Matrix, Saving Private Ryan, Predator, Aliens. Shit like that. That's fucking cinema. Not these 2 overpushed schmucks standing in the middle of a fucking football field with some cinematic fucking camera angles. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't give a shit if it was produced by Paul Heyman. Hey, why don't you give that type of love, care, and attention and glazing for the rest of the fucking garbage ass show that is SmackDown? How about that? Then we can start talking about cinema. The fuck out of here, man. That's why this shit sucks. Alright, that's why. Because bullshit like this that gets fucking overhyped and overpraised by just mediocrity is the new standard for greatness. And I keep saying that because it's the God honest truth. And instead of using this a lot of time to, I don't know, maybe creating a video package for a talent that's not being used, or maybe just having another match where talent's not being used. I got a great idea. Why don't we have a recap of the amazing God tier promo between my favorite, my seed, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Garbage. Complete, absolute garbage. That's what that is. Alright, and I said enough. I digress. It just pisses me off, and I can't wait. The day that he loses that fucking belt is gonna be a celebration on his channel. Alright? But until then, I move on. Next, you see Sammy Foley hyping up mid-event Jey Uso backstage. He said, like, tonight, you go out there and you claim the Intercontinental Championship. You got this, dog. And Jey was like, I appreciate that, And that's it. So move on. Get the master tweet, New Day versus American Made. American Made. And it's gonna fast forward. We see Coffee in the trust dive to the Creed brothers on the outside, but it matters not, you know. And this fast forward past the interference from Chad Gable, we see the Creed brothers hitting the I don't know what you call it, the Brutus Ball or whatever the fuck the finisher's called for the 1, 2, 3. So your winners are American Made, American Made. That's it. So we move on. Next, we get a promo package for Damian Priest. All he really said here was, am I my brother's keeper? You damn right I am. But Finn, you're no brother of mine. He then says something in Spanish, I don't fucking know. Probably says something like a puta madre maico or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Like, yeah, we move on. See another barcode for the Wyatt 6. No, I'm not using my QR scanner to check and see what it is because I don't care. So, hey, if you actually do that, let me know. And let me know what it says or it does in the comment section. So next, we get a promo package for the Pure Fusion of Jobbers. And I'm not trying to hear shit that they're trying to say because they're jobbers. It's like Will Ospreay says, why don't y'all get some wins up? And then we can start talking. Alright, so until then, I ain't trying to hear shit that they had to say. Alright, you guys suck. Clearly. You got washed by Natalya talking about step up and shoot your shot. Well, clearly your shots miss. You know, worked on your aim, for fuck's sake. Alright, but we move on. Next, you see the New Day talking with the LWO, the Latino World Order, Simone. Ray was trying to apologize to Xavier man-to-man for the shit that happened last week. He was like, look, you guys are the New Day, man, you bounce back. Xavier's like, that's funny. This is unsolicited advice that you should have gave to your son Dominic. Ray then says, look, man, I ain't got time for this shit. I gotta worry about Finn next week. I'm out of here. Xavier says, like, oh, where you think you're going, huh? Oh, you got time for me, but you got time for Finn, huh? And why is that? Because he's a world champion, huh? Just like you, a former world champion. And Kofi, like, why are you chiming in, huh? You're also a former world champion yourself, huh? Everybody thinks they just look right past me because I haven't won a singles title yet. And I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. Where it was like, all right, orale, I say. Like, you want to fight with me? All right, well, Finn could wait. Next week, you're on. Coffee was like, it's like, man, what are you doing, man? And Xavier was like, man, they were in the wrong. Or it was their fault. Like, you can't see that? And then Coffee was like, man, it's just unnecessary. Like, unnecessary? You know, like, there's a lot of things that are fucking unnecessary. And that's it. So, this was very good. I like this. This is the type of shit that I want to see more often on this fucking show, man. Alright, both these guys delivered their lines. You know, Xavier, they're still building up this, they're marinating this heel turn for Xavier Woods. It's only a matter of time. Alright? And, well, who knows when it's gonna happen at this fucking point. Shit, it might happen next week. Who the fuck knows? The more losses, the more L's Xavier takes, the closer we get to that heel turn. And I still gotta make that video about Rey Mysterio. I'll try to do that, you know, as soon as I can, but I gotta get caught up on my past videos that I haven't done yet. So we move on. Next, we see mid-event Jey Uso making his entrance, and crowd is going fucking bananas out there. Alright, they love this man. He's over his shit. Alright? And you could argue that Jey Uso might be the biggest babyface in WWE. It's either him or CM Punk. And damn sure ain't Cody. They can try to keep up this illusion, this facade that he's this mega over babyface. But I heard what happened on SmackDown. You have motherfuckers cheering for Kevin Owens to take this man out. That means he sucks. And this is the type of reaction a babyface should be getting. It's not fucking hard, man. But while he's getting the crowd turns up and they're doing all the eating and all that shit, they go to commercial just to hype up WrestleMania 41. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? What happens in Vegas is legendary. I'm like, motherfucker, it's not until next fucking year. Why don't you focus on your other pay-per-views? How about that? You know, we still got October, we got November, we got December, January, February, March, and then April. Alright? It's no time soon. Worry about your other fucking pay-per-views. It tells me right there, they did the same shit with fucking WrestleMania 40. The only PLE that matters is WrestleMania under the Triple H era. My God, this also pissed me off, man. Like, oh my motherfuckers, man. But fast forward, alright, we get the match, the main event for the Intercontinental Championship between mid-event Jey Uso and the champion, the Braun Breaker. Now, this right here is an example of a great TV match. Alright, it was under 15 minutes. They went out there, they got their shit in, didn't overstay their welcome, and they got the job done. So bravo to both these men. And I hope Con Man's taking notes. This is how it's done. Alright, none of that fucking 20, 25, half-hour bullshit matches that they do on fucking Dynamite. That takes you fucking long. Fuck that. Alright, this is it right here. But let me break down this match. Alright, first we see Jey Uso hitting the tope suicida to Braun Breaker. Fast forward from commercial break. Braun hits a snap. Oh, he catches Jey Uso midair to a snap power slam. Alright. Fast forward, he does a release Northern Lights suplex to Jey Uso. Fast forward again. He has and the story that they were telling was pretty much Braun was working on Jey Uso's lower back. Like he was doing like some like hard Irish whips to the turnbuckle. He does a pendulum backbreaker to Jey Uso for 2 count. Fast forward again, you see Braun, he does like a jumping, diving clothesline to Jey Uso onto the announce table. I believe Scott Steiner used to do this shit too, back in the day. Fast forward, you see Jey Uso hits a pop-up Samoan drop to Braun Breaker for 2 count. Fast forward, Braun Breaker hits as Joe Tessitore says, the gorilla press slam, or I call it the military press slam. It's the same shit, but hits it for 2 count. Fast forward, Braun hits a spear onto Jey Uso outside. Fast forward, he's gonna go for another spear, but Jey Uso counters with a spear of his own. Then he goes for the diving body splash that he does off the top rope. 1, 2, and the Braun Breaker kicks out at 2.99999. Kurt Angle style. And like, this was great. You see the reaction of the crowd? Like, they got me too, I ain't gonna lie. That shit, that I thought was over. I mean, like, that kick out was perfect. Perfect. Down to the last minute detail. That's how it's done. Right there. Alright? Fast forward, Jey hits another spear to Braun Breaker. Hits another diving body splash for the 1, 2, 3. And new Intercontinental Champion main event with Jey Uso. So congratulations to him. And I know I've seen some people pissed off that Braun had to put him over, but here's my take on this. Alright. Braun was already done the moment he had to put over Sami Zayn and Money in the Bank. That tarnished his run so far on the main roster, in my opinion. And him losing to Jey Uso, it's not a big deal. Why? Because Jey Uso is over as fuck. He's the most over guy on Raw. There's no question. He's more over than CM Punk. Even though somehow CM Punk sells more merch than him. I don't fucking know. Maybe CM Punk probably sells more merch because he has more merch. As Jey Uso's going out there and getting louder pops, in my opinion, than CM Punk. Alright, so yeah. Jey winning here was the right move. Alright. And not to mention, I know his family, the Fatu family, has been going through a lot of shit this year. Alright, so like I heard he was emotional after the win and crying, and that's fine. Like I said, he's been going through a lot this year. Alright, losing family members, and his brother might be in bad shape right now, so he deserved this moment right here. And the crowd popped. Obviously, the crowd lost their shit even more. Alright, you're eating all up and down that fucking arena. Alright, so yeah, and as far as LeBron Breakker, he'll be fine. Alright, what he needs to do is go after the ring general, Gunther. He's another one that has a claim to beating him because he whooped his ass down in NXT before he got called up to Raw. So there's that. So Braun will hopefully be okay. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you can never tell this fucking company with Triple H in charge, but I hope he'll be okay. Alright, but once again, big ups to Jey Uso. I'm glad you won. I'm happy for you. I hope you have a successful title reign as the Intercontinental Champion. And that's it for this week's Raw. So let me give a point to all the shit that I enjoyed here on this show. 1 point for Liv and Dom's entrance of the Lowrider. 1 point for the New Day segments with American Made, American Babe, and the LWO. I do 1 point with the Cross and Miz segment, 'cause I do like that. Alright. 1 point for the kind of like the brawl between Braun and the top dog, the Big Bronson Reed. 1 point for the Drew Mac promo, which I hope he fulfills at Bad Blood. 1 point for YXB Pete Dunne for whooping Sheamus' ass. Actually, I enjoyed that. And a point for the main event. It was a solid match, and Jey Uso goes over, winning singles title for the first time in his 14-year run in the WWE. Alright, and I have to do, I'm this close to being like minus 10 points for that recap on SmackDown, because that was some fucking horse shit. But I'll do -1. Alright, and I'll do another -1 for the hyping of WrestleMania 41. Worry about your other pay-per-views before WrestleMania. WrestleMania at this point sells itself. Alright, it takes very little effort. Alright, worry about your other pay-per-views, for fuck's sake. Worry about War Games, how about that? Fuck out of here. Yeah, but I will say this Raw was way better than last week's Raw. And overall, there was some bullshit on there, but I enjoyed it for the most part. So, let me know how you guys felt about this week's Raw. Or did you enjoy it? Was this like your favorite episode so far this year? You let me know. Right? Love it, hate it, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. That's why I do these videos in the first place. As far as my next video, I'm going to be doing the review for this week's NXT. Alright? So, wasted enough of your guys' time. So, with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, and trust in God. It's a crazy, crazy world we live in, and you never know what's going to happen. So, be safe out there, man. I'm out of here. Till next time, adios.